Okay, welcome to another video today. I got a new mic, so hopefully that actually improves the sound quality somewhat. Trying some new stuff out, trying some new settings. I know my videos have been pretty low. Not a very loud talker anyway, but trying to speak up so it's not so quiet. So there was a new deck list posted again today. So I'm falling a little bit behind. Trying to do these about 3 or 4 a day and then post one a day, but I might have to ramp up or potentially skip some of the decks that I had planned on showcasing. Today was, let's see, yesterday was Dragons, and today will be, I'm skipping over. I'm not playing any of this stuff here. If you don't know how Alrun's Epiphany decks work, I don't really want to play them. I don't think it's worth playing. I mean, you're either playing it or you don't want to play it. So this is the one that went up yesterday, and I believe the Jun list is today. So let's have a look at it. It's a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger down here. Yoink. Okay. So this is the list today. There we go. So we got some interesting choices. This seems to be sort of derived from the +1/+1 counter deck that was going around a little while ago. It seems to have taken out some of the larger top end stuff, like Vorniclex or Vorniclex or whatever its name is, and kind of went a little bit smaller. I've played with this card before, not specifically in this deck. It's not quite as good, though it does require 2 removal spells. The Froghemoth has been fantastic. This card has been very good, although I haven't played it yet. It's been played against me a few times. This is always a problem. One of the reasons why I also mentioned before in videos that black decks, if you're playing black, there's no reason not to have at least 2 copies of Meathook Massacre somewhere in your list. It's one of the reasons why. Also, mono white and mono green as well. That's one of the only things that kills it. Ranger class. Noticeable missing from this list is Asika's Chariot and Renin 7. It looks like it's just Jund aggro with a curve, so you're trying to curve out. One thing about triple colored decks in this format, and you have to be wary of, is not running a lot of basics, especially if you want to hit your curve. So I won't judge the mana base just yet, but there are times where your opponent will just field a rune one of your lands just to sort of test you, see if they're just strip binding you or not. But we'll try it out and see how it works. Again, I'm not doing best of 3 with these. Their videos would be an hour long. Soon I will be getting to the end of this. There are a few new lists today that I wanted to take a look at as well. So there might be a few of these decks that I skip over. Like I might not play this version here, but I think it's just the horror and poppet deck. So this is the Jun list, I believe. I just want to double check. Yeah, there's nothing out of my sideboard. 60 cards. All right. We'll play standard. Again, I still don't like this layout. Seems counterintuitive. All right. Where's Jund? Jund. There it is. Green or white spells. All right. Black or red. Cool. We'll just do best of 1. Just to sort of showcase the deck a little bit to see how it actually plays out. I have a feeling it's going to be a worse version of mono green, but we'll see. I mean, I can see a black green and maybe foregoing the red altogether, and just because I always felt like playing mono green, I always wanted some removal sometimes. And your Blizzard, Blizzard Brawl, I think it's called, doesn't always, usually works, but doesn't always. All right, we got a 1-drop. We got 2 1-drops. All right, so aside from having 2 of these, this is a good draw, good opening hand. Fortunately, though, you see the issue with playing 3 colors. While I have all of my colors, I cannot play a 1-drop. So I'll have to play that tapped. Okay. We're going to put this out. Actually, you know what? I think a Ranger class might be the better choice here. Just to be on curve. I can't really play 2 1-drops, which is what I would have liked to have done there. All right. Yeah, see, again, I'm shy 1 green mana. But this card pretty much demands an answer all the time. All right, let's go. If they have a removal spell, they do not. We'll throw this out now. So now if they target this, I get a 1/1 insect token. Nope. Okay. Snow elves. I mean, it is Christmas time, so. Wow. All right. I'm just gonna play this out. There's no point in attacking Tyvar. Just gonna go in for the kill here. Could be setting up Blood in the Snow as well. Yeah, it looks like they likely have Blood in the Snow. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, okay. This is trample. So, I think if I just, so block, trample, block, block. 5's gonna get in there. 6, 7's gonna get in there. Attack. Maybe I shouldn't have played this because Blood in the Snow. Let's see. I attack there. I attack there. I attack there. There. So we'll take 7 at the most. Likely setting up for Blood in the Snow next turn. It might have been a mistake to play the Froghemoth, but I don't think so. You have to put them on having it. Or drawing the 6th land. Maybe they don't have the 6th land, so yeah, they didn't have it. They probably had Blood in the Snow, but they probably just didn't draw the 6th land there. So it might have been a mistake to play the Froghemoth. It probably was, actually. I should have considered that before I played it. All right. Let's play one more. Again, like you saw in that match there, where the not having an untapped green source on turn 1 was a big problem. Well, not a big problem, but you sort of a couple of them sat dead in my hand, which I would have rather had them played out, which would have forced their Blood and Snow, which meant I wouldn't have had to have played the Froghemoth out. I would have had enough threats on the board. I tend not to play. I try to have enough threats on the board where, usually 3, if I think that they're playing some sort of sweeper. Okay. Same. Oh no, I can play this time. I can play this, play both of them, and then that, and then have this available the turn after. So it's generally either turn 1 or turn 2 that you have a tapped land. So this will come into play tapped. This comes down. And we just attack. Short. I think I just attack. I don't think they're going to block. And we'll end. Likely are playing the Skewed Swarm mono green deck. It's likely. If they try Blizzard Brawl here, they don't have enough permanents to do so. So it won't gain the indestructible. Or maybe the +2. I forget. I think it's indestructible. We need 3 snow permanents. Short. I will take that out. Okay. We'll go to combat. So now these are cheaper. It's one of the reasons why I'm surprised these the cemetery cards don't get played as often as they do. Like they seem like they should be. Maybe they're just in the wrong spot on the curve, I guess. Yep. Okay. They're likely not playing sweepers, so get some land out. Trying to think. Okay, I think I play this out. Oh, cool. I'm gonna go to combat. Hmm. It's hard to say where to go from here. I probably have to get rid of this because in 2 turns it's another creature that I have to deal with. They do have 4 cards in hand. I'm likely not getting. All right. All right. I made my bed. Let's see what they choose to do. Going after their life total. I don't know if it's the right choice or not. They need to have some form of removal here. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. One of the reasons why I wasn't really too concerned, I probably would have played that. But now they have the 3 snow permanents, so Blizzard Brawl is likely coming. Yep. Oh, yeah. I don't really know. You don't really have one of the issues with this when you get into stalemates. The only thing you really have to break the stalemate is the predator, the Immer Sturm predator. Yep, that's fine. Hopefully. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, multiple bump spells doesn't really matter. They will likely just block and eat that. Or they won't block it at all. Yeah. That's fine. They'll get one, they'll lose it anyway. I maybe should have attacked the previous turn, but I don't think so. I mean, having double, having Inscription and Blizzard Ball, and you're relying on one creature, sure. One creature to survive. Yeah. I figured you would have had another one anyway, so it didn't really make much of a difference. Now I need to draw a removal spell. Or something. Maybe the Predator. The Predator would be good. Yeah, not a land. That's the very last thing that I needed here. But I'll do this. This match is likely over. I don't see much in the sideboard for dealing with this situation at all. I'm happy to see a Meat Hook Massacre in the sideboard finally. For decks playing black. I guess Burning Hands might be for this matchup. Deals 2 damage to creature Planeswalker. If it's green, deals 6. That's 18. So, unfortunately, I don't think... Yeah, might have been worth it to hold this back and then tap. I didn't realize it tapped. It can tap at instant speed. I'm so used to play only as a sorcery. Without drawing something here, it's likely over. Yeah, you got it, champ. Yeah, I'm too far behind there. All right, play one more. Again, this is, I mean, I guess if you're playing a lot of best of, you're playing a lot of best of 3, and then I can understand playing a deck like this. But best of 1, you're pretty much singular purpose, and if the opponent goes above you, Snakeskin Veil would have been good in the last match too. If they go above you or they're doing something that you can't really deal with, then it kind of sucks. You tend to get outgunned pretty quickly. Do I have this for red? So this can go down as green. We'll play this out. We'll attack. Yep. Yeah. You're not doing that to me. I can hold up Snakeskin Veil here. Maybe it's worth it. Nah, it's probably not. Mm-hmm. Now I have the option of making it bigger. Yeah, I think I'm sure they're playing Blizzard Brawl, but that's fine. This seems to be the card that the deck hinges on more than anything else. This and maybe the Predator. I could get a Blizzard Brawl here. Take down the big wolf. Yeah, I don't think this deck is very short on interaction and tends to only play one threat at a time. I mean, I guess against... See, maybe against blue-red it's a good deck. And best of 3. For best of one, though, it feels like you're just moping about. You're playing one creature a turn. Not a lot of interaction. I do like how threat dense it is, but I don't know about playing something like this with just playing best of one. So they probably have inscription. But they can't kick it, so we'll go to combat. I'll probably cast inscription here. No? Okay. I'll likely just activate the ranger class. Start generating maybe some card advantage or something. Hopefully I can start playing creatures off the top. Okay. Play this as black. And then we'll activate this. Okay. And then end. This time I remembered that Swarm Shambler can be tapped at the end of turn. Now, hopefully I actually remember to do it. Yay! I don't know why they wouldn't, or they couldn't do anything. But yeah, I think 3 matches, not a lot of interaction. I think using the Snakeskin Veil is pretty decent. Although I think in a deck like this, I'd probably want more copies of it. Because you really need to protect your threats. I don't even know if actually having any sort of removal in this deck would be very good. We're also at 26 lands, which feels high. All right, at this point, I don't even know if that's worth it. To be honest, I don't know if playing one force is really going to make a difference, because the time that you draw it and then you get strip mined with the Field of Ruins, the odds are low that you'll get that you'll draw it. But I've been in situations where I played 2 or 3 basic lands in somebody's Field of Ruin, and I've already drawn all 3 of them. So while it sucks, and usually at that point in the game it doesn't really matter, but generally players won't do it, especially if they see, maybe what's needed in this deck as well is maybe instead of the Haunted Ridge is you need the Den. What's it called again? Hobgoblin Den? Den of the Bugbear, that's it. Maybe something like that instead. Although it does, yes, it does weaken you a bit. You're playing an untapped land here, or you're playing a tap land here anyways most of the time. And having this might be better. I mean, this is good because it has counters on it. I don't know if it fits as well. I also don't particularly like playing 4 ranger classes. Usually only ever need 1. The second one tends to be redundant. Although, when you get the second one down and you're starting to pump your creatures, it's definitely better. I also really don't like this card. Despite fitting with the theme of the +1/+1 counters, it's just a little too weak. Although it does give you some play with removal spells and stuff. It gives you another threat. So having a 1/1 that with a ranger class just feels too weak. Like 1 mana spell should be like this. I don't think there's any more 1 mana. I don't think there's any more 1 mana creatures currently in standard. Let me see. Switch to creatures. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like looking at the cards this way. I like looking at my deck this way, but looking at the cards, I like this way better. It's not really a lot. This might be better. But, I mean, this becomes a 2/2 pretty quickly. So, I mean, this is a 3/3, but that's not worth it. This might be worth it because it does fit. It is a 1-drop and a 4-drop. I might be inclined to play a couple of copies of that. Just to try it out again. This isn't really me testing the deck. It was me theorizing where the deck could potentially go. I definitely think that should be another. And this has to be 4 of as well. I think this card is way too important in the deck, even though it's legendary. I can maybe go down on that, I suppose. Again, I would probably, it's in the sideboard, I'd probably run a Meathook Massacre in the main deck as well. I don't think there's, what's in the, you have Concealing Curtains at the 1-drop. It's not great in this type of deck. You really want something that's going to start smacking. Even this might be okay. It's just a 2/1 for 1. It does come into play tap, but that's fine. You know, this may be better than this. Although this gives you a bit of versatility. This being a 4-mana 4/4 is fine as well. This might play better than, I'm just reading the second half. Gain life. Do put +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And let's see, was there anything in? I don't think I really want to play a red spell here. Though this, yeah, that's probably not worth it. Maybe. There's a lot of options here for this kind of deck. Let's see what's at the 2 mana spot. So, yeah, there's probably a lot. I might even prefer something like, maybe Valky even gives you a little bit more versatility. Maybe something like that. Even though now you're getting away from the green and going more into the black and green. And now you just have your 4-drops are just your red mana spells, so you don't need red mana very early. So that might change the numbers here. Yeah, I'd probably try something like this. What I'd like to do eventually, I guess, not with this series, with the next series that I do, I guess, for the decks that are posted on the 13th of December, I might actually do the changes and then try playing it out and then be like, oh, it's terrible, or oh, it's good, or whatever. Again, this deck, to me, tends to feel a little bit mopey because you're not interacting enough. You're just hoping you're playing the biggest threat. You probably have a good game against mono-white. You probably have a decent game against blue-red, maybe. But I think the mono green matchup is really bad for you because they're competing on a whole other axis. They're playing basically the same cards you are, except they're playing stuff like Ren and 7 and Asika's Chariot. Asika's Chariot might have some space in here as well. Maybe you don't want this. Maybe you won't want Asika's Chariot just to give you something else. Maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was. But again, just a bit of different. There's certain cards like that. I mean, I don't like this. The Swarm Shambler doesn't seem that good to me. If there was some other way to take advantage of the insects, I mean, yes, they can be pumped with this. Yes, it gives you a little bit of buyback after a creature gets killed. But I'd rather play something like a few more copies of this because it feels like a 3 mana is where I want to overpower the game. And potentially, I may even want to cut this out and then have maybe something else at the 5 mana. Maybe I want the Gold Span Dragon or something like that there as well. Or maybe I want the Westgate Vampire in that spot. They both sort of are the same type of threat between the Froghemoth and, this isn't hasty, but it pairs pretty well with the Halana and Alina card. Puts counters on it, and then it doubles, and it has haste. And it's also very hard to kill. Again, this probably starts taking the deck far off the rails, but this is potentially somewheres where I would go with the deck. You definitely want a big threat at 5, but you also want your curve to stop at 5. You don't really want to be drawing a ton of lands. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That gives you a little bit of insight into some of these decks. Now, I know these deck techs are a little bit older, a couple of weeks ago now. It's kind of funny to think that 2 weeks after the deck lists come out that they're already old. And we have a new format and everything else. But anyways, that'll do it for this one. See you later.